none other than Na'Vi and OG. They battled it out, and we saw a comeback of OG. It was 11-4, humiliating first half. I mean, when I say humiliating, I'm talking simple electronic, just walking in, winning rounds they shouldn't. But OG brought it all the way to a full 30-round game. So strap in, folks. We could very well be seeing OG. But the question is actually, will they convert? Chad said it in the pre-match of our third map, and I think it resonates right here, right now. OG, yes, you can push the best teams, but you have to put a win on the board. Otherwise, it's nothing more than a close but no cigar, and those are forgotten very quickly.
Interesting approach on the T-pistol there. They had two players hidden behind the wall and one individual spotting, ready to swing if someone started fighting middle. So that was curious by OG just to kick this off, but what's not curious is JW's aggression. And this time round, he will be punished.
Yep, he will be. And Flush out looking to convert. We can see Fnatic losing some of their mojo here. Golden, though, recovers the kill. It's going to be back to the 4-on-4, and Golden, oh my goodness, what a great shot that is, but he got a second player to deal with here at the long corner. Dispatches of him as well. 3 headshots delivered by that USP on the CT side of Dust2. ESL Alexi B at this point is trying to get the bomb planted just to guarantee some cash going forward as well, but they haven't gone for it just yet. They have confirmed the side is clear at least, so C4 goes down. Now, it's not impossible for them to win this one, but Golden, the shot he's hitting so far, might suggest this one's already over.
Oh, you know, I was about to say that Issa's flank could be the game-winning play, but he's actually opted, rather they have opted for a full long retake. All 4 members of Fnatic are now charging up, and he's gone around the world. Issa's tucked in on short. He's planted for him. Issa's going to try and find himself a USP for this impossible task.
I guess he'll give it a
Ace.
go.
Ace
for Golden.
There it is.
All headshots as well.
That was huge from Golden. What a round. I think we should start on pistol rounds, guys, when the T's plant. Instead of saying the bomb's planted,
they win.
We say Krieg secured.
Yeah, or round 1.
Because at this point, right, we should be seeing the Kriegs come out for OG. The force players have been constant. There's one. It's going to get dropped across, and AK comes out as well.
You're right. As soon as that bomb goes down, we have to just start acknowledging that the T's are going to be having quite the potent buy into the next.
Yep. It happens just every single time now. Fnatic are one of the teams who, if they don't get the plant on that pistol, will opt not to force buy. I'm going to have to start keeping a list on more teams who have a similar prognosis of how to deal with the second round after the pistol round loss.
Well, is it going to be enough? Desert Eagles here. Couple of rifles and a scout. Mantu with the Krieg.
He's essentially AWPing with this, right?
Yeah. So just drops the contact smoke. You can see it baits out a reaction, grenades to spam. Always dangerous in OG, have that smoke down.
Yeah, you'd be remiss to actually call it with concrete certainty, but the fact that you had the nade and the spray at the same time could suggest there is going to be 2 CTs B, building a picture of the puzzle in their mind. Smokes towards A now. We've seen utility pulled out of the CT. Oh, that jiggle gets more than Brolin was expecting. He gets spotted, gets the frag, gets the bomb down. Mantu's frag is everything. They've still got a chance. Their weapon and their bomb is safe and secure. And only just OG do have access to a competitive second round. That could have gone so wrong.
Yeah, but it's looking so good now. They've got 3 players on the B bomb site. They've got rifles recovered, a scout available as well. Sure, they're low, but there's only a smoke and an incendiary here for the CTs. They have to clear out so many angles towards middle before they even kick this one off. They can smoke the tunnels, they can Molotov towards the platform, but a flash over the top from Mantu might be enough here just to force them off a little bit longer. That confirms the AKs towards the window. Alexi B waits patiently. Molotov delivered, but is it going to be enough? First kill found by Flush out.
And they flood in. Alexi, he gets overwhelmed. Do they have time? Do they have the kit? I think Crims is going to be close.
They've got it.
Wow. Fnatic actually take the retake. Mantu did his best, but just the one Krieg was not sufficient.
Now they get the Krieg in the AK, so this is where the balance can really swing, because OG have a choice now. Oh.
Just jumps around. Somehow didn't get dropped there.
Well, he was influential. Him getting the back of Plat kill right there onto that of MBK, I believe it was the door into that retake right there. So OG, they'll probably take the full save right now. Or almost the full save. Of course, it's upgraded pistols and a couple of nades these days. This is par for the course. But on that CT side, getting an AK and a Krieg this early, when they go into their first gun round, it will be very, very strong. I wouldn't be too surprised if the money is on the board for an AWP. Maybe Brolin will chuck the AWP over towards JW and he can give him the SG, which we've noted has been a bit of an issue for Brolin getting his hands on lately. They do have 4 nades here, and that dribble smokes come out, so expect the HEs to go towards potentially back of platform or the back of site, and now that Golden has started spamming on out, they're going to expect his position. There's the tactical airstrike. It's not going to land any frags or damage, but onto the B-bomb site they go.
Well, they might be mowed down at this point. The AK-47 providing covering fire for Golden. And it looks like it might be enough here. Crims with 4, Brolan with 1, 3-0 confirmed. It will be Fnatic now. High flying on the CT side of Dust2. But they found themselves in this position a few times, and Mirage arguably should have been their map. Lost in overtime 4-0. Really dropped off towards the end of that one, or maybe OG just started to peak. Either way, Dust2, you'd really have Fnatic down as the favorites, but OG, the names within their ranks, you would know they actually going to cause some damage here. Mansu picks up the AWP on the T side for the first time here. 3 players yet to frag, but very early days as they make their way down towards middle.
Curious that we didn't see Brolan thrown the only Krieg, given how, well, with the stats we've compared, of course, 40% of his frags at EPL have been with it, but also the fact that JW has been more than proficient with every weapon, R8 included. Crims, however, is going to be forced off with a nice flashbang, and the fight on long is being won. You can see the reason they gave the Krieg now to JW was to hold the tight long angle, but he's been forced out of it. And Flusher, he's been sent up the creek without any sort of paddle, only a FAMAS, and that does not look particularly aquatic. Bodies dropped all over the shop. Golden clawing one back. JW's been taken out by the Vanguard smokes. Issa was hiding within. And now Crims on the site. If he does take Issa out, he will no longer feel so under threat. But yeah, Issa's got more.
Too much pressure. Way too much. And Golden will need another ace here to pull this one off. And try and deny the bomb. The best of his ability, but that's actually toward long. And at this point, M4 in hand, just trying to cause any sort of damage he can. Might as well just push this smoke, hope for the best. They're doing everything they can to avoid him. Lots of shots being fired. That's a first that connects. And he'll have to backtrack now. They've got a buy with $1,400 coming in next round, but he'll have to save this M4. And it wouldn't be much of one. You can see Crims down to 900. Golding a drop of FAMAS.
Just to note, with Fnatic's CT setup there, they did a single B defender and they did 4 towards long. Now, I'm only guessing here, but my assumption would be to stop the Na'Vi long takes, the fast take, then posturing for the rest of the round, waiting, smoking the cross, milking out CT utility. We've seen a lot of that lately. Now, OG have been running that. Fnatic hedged their bets to try and stop it, and it just came in late. It was basically the same situation. It was more of an ace split than just a long pause, but the fact that they didn't take any contact early and it was more towards middle where the attention was, Fnatic always had to rotate on back. So this is what I'm talking about when it can snowball for the T side, because now for Fnatic, the question is, well, do we go back and do that 4-man lean towards long again? Even if you think it's going to be the long play, you have that shroud of doubt in the back of your mind that, oh, maybe they will do something else because you've already made a gamble call and it hasn't paid off.
That's fair.
Well, the buys come through, not a force. I'll save that Krieg. Brian with the UMP as well. Giving up 1 round has led them to pretty much eco here. Going to be able to buy up next round, saving around $3,000 per player. Right towards middle, looking towards Xbox right now. Difficult to see that coming out on top in front of the Krieg, but we'll see what happens.
They can use their underutilized players like Crims to get information. So it seems he's being baited in actually by Golden for this one. So hoping that maybe a tag and finish it off with the USP. It actually converts, but oh, he needed more out of Golden. He needed more out of that Krieg, the one preserve rifle, and it's nothing more than a tag. Not enough and not sufficient for MBK. He wants more blood. He will not let Brolan keep hold of what he's brought into this round. Down to 40. The Molotov looks perfect. The flank is even better, though. And now an AK for Flusher. He'll be happy to try and keep hold of that one. Jumping across. They know where Valda is. They've separated the fights. The bomb's down A, so no chance of a Fnatic 4th here, but perhaps Valda can catch a couple more of these Swedes, saving Swedes.
I hope Brolan doesn't keep a hold of the UMP, to be completely honest. He's trying to go catwalk to get Golden's dropped Krieg. I'm not sure where that's kind of dropped in the fray.
That works.
There we go. That's even better. It's closer. It's easier to reach, and well, he's even able to tuck tail and get away with it. So it's a big saved weapon for the youngster. We now can keep track of his impact with that weapon.
Well, we'll know very shortly, because on the CT side, he can do pretty remarkable things with the Krieg. There will be a couple of rounds in a row now for OG, though. Starting to stabilize here on Dust2, 3-2. Money okay for Fnatic, but after a slight investment in the previous, there's still going to be compromises here. Brolan can drop an AWP. Minty will sacrifice his utility. He can get a smoke to go with it. So he does drop the AWP. You can either get 2 flashes or 1 smoke. Opt for the latter there, which makes sense, as he'll give the AWP over to JW now.
All right, so with the spread, it's not going to be the Na'Vi towards long. OG are changing their tack here. They will just barrel down middle. Lucky there was no AWP trying to pick them here. It felt very, very open and exposed. They will flash through the middle. They're getting a bit of early aggro as it's pulled Crims from the A bomb site. There's been no nades tossed out towards long. No real impact over towards Catwalk just yet. So this one here with the CT setup we can see from Fnatic, OG are going to go through the paces. They'll throw out their default utility, they'll throw the mollies and flashes to clear the corners, to push any AWPers back. That's the molly, clears out the close stairs position, the flash as well to hold anybody at bay. There should be another flash around the corner here to deal with the AWPer. In sight, but meanwhile, on the other side of things, MBK's been taking some jewels over towards B, making sure that they can't lean over towards middle. So this is a pretty standard round right here from OG. This is a default. This is how you really want these rounds to be kicking on off. And once you get territory, the question becomes, where do we want to go? Have we collected enough information? Is it a mid to B? Is it a short execute? Do we want to fall back for a B contact? Right now, all 5 of them are around the mid box.
They're setting themselves up for an A execution, I would assume. The same smokes we saw before, maybe a different variation of the finish here. Could drop down towards CT spawn. Then we go back towards middle. Time will tell. Alexi B doing the dance of Crims here in the smoke, and they've nutmegged each other.
Wow.
Like ships in the night.
Wow.
They pass through that smoke, and they've got no idea.
Wow.
But Alexi B will come out on top as they make their full commitment towards A. JW needs multiple frags here. He's going to find 0. OG have looked great here. Their T side is looked much better over the week as MBK continues to show good form here. A nice shot there down towards the long area. Might be able to get another, but the Krieg will best him.
Has to be a save. There's no way back in.
I think what we're starting to see here is actually a growing, blossoming faith in Alexi's calls.
Sure.
The more and more we've seen members of OG kind of go make sure they highlight or on record, make it absolutely clear that the calling from Alexi's been good. We heard it over as early as London for the Blast event, and then following that, we've actually just heard it repeated time and time again. I think that faith is starting to really blossom now, because not only did they just come back against Fnatic in this second map, on Mirage with a phenomenal T side that Alexi was calling, but also they've done it multiple times against top tier teams in the fledgling stages of their org. I think all of those things combined are putting the 4 names that aren't Alexi in this full faith position on the calls that are starting to pay dividends on their T side.
Can just focus on their crosshair,
They can.
right? Yeah, and look, that play that Alexi just made there, we had Carrigan on for an interview not long ago, and he mentioned the smoke gimmick plays. Well, that one is one of those situations. It's exploiting a gap. So the smoke is meant to act as, to obscure vision. They're using it to actually push on through and take some extra territory. We've seen it on a lot of maps. We talk about it a lot on Train. That one right there was huge for Alexi, and obviously it was granted by the timing of Crims there.
Shots being exchanged towards middle, but no significant damage inflicted on either side. Just MBK down to 82. JW boosted on shore here. Might be gifted that first kill. That's Mantu going down. Flashed as well. We'll see a rebuttal here from lower B. That's going to be the Krieg doing a little bit towards the AWP as he recovers. Back towards shore. And just repositioning every few seconds here. JW's back towards the mid doors now. His footsteps. That's towards Xbox. Might hit this shot. Not quite. BA play coming in. We'll see that dribble smoke coming towards B. MBK normally the one to throw it.
Check if there's a molly back a plat this time, shall we?
It was exactly what we were talking about. What's Flusher up to?
Oh, he's heard the scope, so it's a scout as well. He's done for. Ooh, brave pick. Might be enough to bait them into Broland's Krieg, though.
It was enough for the first. Advantage is still in Fnatic's favor, but they just don't have the weapons. But Broland does. A Krieg frag, bomb spotted. Broland continues to hold the line. A dribble smoke for the retrieval. They're going to have to commit to B. There's no doubt about it at this point. They're going to have the doors locked behind them. I say there is still Alexi on A, hoping he can get the bomb and fall back, and Valda will try. But Crims is waiting by the double doors for the sound cue, and Valda hasn't got the time to go silently, so he'll have this information.
Well, we'll see if he can do it with just a P250, no armor. Trying to... Oh, taking the 1 HP. That's so insane.
15.
Oh, they
still need to cross.
Fnatic should have the round. The bomb's gone down in the most awkward spot. He can't even plant it anymore. And there we have it. It will be enough there. Crims will be finding at least 1 kill, but it's down to Broland and the B bomb side at the back there with the Krieg. as soon as his teammate goes down. I was questioning the scout push in upper B, to be honest with you, but it did tempt them into a push towards the B side where Krieg is ready and waiting. We know the multi-kill potential of that weapon in a straight line area like the B tunnels. It was almost perfect for them. So much pressure applied, bomb dropped in a really awkward position, and at that point, Fnatic could just surround them. And now coming back in with a full buy, they've got the Kriegs and an AWP for JW.
Mantu's going for that fast mid-peak. He's been flashed in by his team, and he's going to take a very early aggressive line. We saw this pay off for OG in the past. Fnatic will be aware of this move. We saw it pay off actually versus Na'Vi of all teams.
This is really on the fly as well. You can see the smokes being thrown as they get through the doors here. Alexi is winged as he'll be taken down to just 10 HP. Valda now 0. Nice spam through the smoke, but even better from MBK. That could be enough to crack open the side. Remember, it's just the AWP now waiting.
JW spots Alexi just standing. JW in the smoke trying to be a rascal. He will surely get tapped away. You can't nutmeg players like NBK all too easily, and Mantu was waiting just as it fades. 2 versus 2. NBK and Mantu, they've made this winnable. This was a 4 versus 2. Crimson actually got into the site, damage inflicted to MBK, but the round's already over. Between the two of them, they find all 5, and another round for OG.
Trying to capitalize there while the bomb was getting planted, right?
Makes
Ideally,
sense.
you want to try and isolate that one player who's covering. You can't watch everything at the same time, but Fnatic getting lost in the smokes were unable to convert those frags there, and now, well, they have to potentially take an eco.
Well, they'll take a timeout, at least to discuss their options here. It's 4-4 as we get to the mid stages of this first half of the final map here. Fnatic looked like they had Mirage under lock and key. It was their map, but OG clawed it back round by round. They managed to show us that their T side can be excellent. And right now on Dust2, showing us more of the same. It is considered to be a T-sided affair these days, but they might have done enough to force out a partial buy from Fnatic here. You can see the money not ideal. If they did buy into this, it'd be an AWP, a couple of rifles, an SMG or 2. I think the partial is the only port of call yet, as they buy up some grenades, PD-50, CZs. JW not got the revolver just yet. He's got the P250 instead.
I think he got dropped that from Golden, so it's a charity as well. He didn't even have to purchase up too much in this round, just the HE netted with it. I think that this half right here, if you're OG, I want to see them get up close to 9 or 10 if they want to take the map. Their CT side yesterday against Na'Vi, it was getting picked apart, and that's a lot of damage to take early there from Mantu with the scout of Crims. It's strange to see Crims picking up the scout map after map. Seems to like it.
He does.
Found it. BK does get a molly off towards platform, but I have a sneaking suspicion they could get caught out straight through the smoke. Already an early frag. Close duels, it favors the pistols at times, but overwhelmed and overrun into the B site. The round is OG's.
Yeah, very well done again. Issa confirms with the bomb plant, and Brolan left with nothing to do here but wait the whole 40 seconds and see whether he can get a Krieg. That would be ideal. He'll wait for them to go towards the B tunnels, which Chad, we spoke about this earlier. You can survive on the bomb side. Luckily, if you have no Mantu and Valda cannot.
Yeah, there was a... I'm not sure if MBK said something about like boosting on each other's heads and trying to throw a Molotov or something from that position in tunnels to deal with... I'm not sure if he was... The implication was to deal with what we asked in the follow-up question.
I think he meant, so if you're going towards B, you can molly car just before you go in.
So you don't have to clear it.
Yeah, so you don't have to clear it at all. But
one of the potential uses of the skybox that hasn't been explored.
Sure. But that would also be good to stop them from saving, right? We obviously have the Dosia nade over towards pit. That's one way you could deal with that. If you get a HE to bounce down there, you can make sure the T's can't save in that position. So maybe we'll see that come into vogue. I don't know if anyone has been able to work
It is actually kind of a tough...
Yeah, the trajectory is going to be hugely difficult.
And they open the skybox, so it's not going to bounce off. It'll probably just
disappear
pop in the air.
Universe. Yeah, it's not something I've taken a lot of time to experiment with just yet.
But theory crafting is fun.
I'm sure someone out there will work it out. There are a lot of wizards who spend a lot of time trying to work out the trajectories of nades, but Fnatic need to bounce back into this now. They will get the guns up. The AWP in the hands of JW. Flasher on the Famus, so a bit weaker in terms of the weaponry for him. This is the long play right now from OG. They're going to do it late, but they're going to do it as a pack.
And here comes the contact. Perfect, and they're both grouped up, but a messed up spray. He's flubbed it. Good come back to haunt him. Grim's flash perfectly, though. OG, they're leaders of flash, enemies flash, and you can see exactly the evidence to back that up. Tested on long, uncharacteristic miss, but he's given a second chance, thanks to the supportive work of Issa of all players, who, speak of the devil, has been thrown into a 1 versus 2.
Yeah, he took down his teammate, but he has found 2 frags in total, up against Golden and Brolan here. They both have M4s. It's with plenty of time with 1 minute on the clock here. He's got the bomb on his back, 1 smoke and a Molotov.
What are they
Not
doing?
sure what the hell they're up to here. So Issa with the Krieg, 4 kills to his name so far. Lining up the smoke for CT Spawn.
They can boost if they go to the corner of this here. They're trying to do exactly that, but it might be too late.
I think he saw him though. So as quiet as he can, this is none the wiser. Faking it out, but exposed to the jump for info. They haven't gone for it. They're just choosing to walk as a pack. Both of them crawling from behind. They peek from 2 angles. Very effective from the Golden Brawlin duo. And they solve the problem.
Well, it was finally for Fnatic. They get a convincing round there. It didn't come right down to the details. I felt that was pretty comfortable over Mirage. It feels like they really did struggle just to get even a round on the board towards the end of it. 4-0 in overtime for OG. 5-5 here now in regulation of the 3rd and final map. Bear in mind, OG have not won a series yet in stage 2. They're currently 0-2, and Fnatic are 2-0. They took down the likes of Astralis and FaZe so far. To drop a map to, or series to OG, that just wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't compute.
It would really hamper their chances of making a top 3 slot as well. I think, you know, if OG continue to lose to all the other names and you do have a loss in that column,
sure.
And all the points are going to rack on up towards the end of it. This looks like it wants you to be contact play. Mansu seeing if he can find the opening to let them in. This is where it all went wrong for OG yesterday against Na'Vi. We've highlighted that today already. This is the triple boost. So 3 individuals, they're going to boost on up, and he gets 1 shot at this. If he misses, it's likely he gets spammed and gets taken down, and he's even made noise. So that'll definitely be communicated through, and the spam, those bullets are a good indication that Fnatic know exactly what was going on the other side of that smoke.
Money broken on either side here. The last few rounds have been incredibly close. Krieg for Brodan, his signature weapon. Flashbang through the doors here. Up against a fully invested OG with Deagle for MBK. That grenade's going to hurt a lot, boys.
Oh!
Fancy
Not
still
a
gets
kill.
I think he still gets it.
That one is. Equals the plane. Brawlin with a quick trade elsewhere. NBK's gone down, so his hold on CT will remain vigilant, but with Flush's UMP, Long is not really going to be too much of an exciting prospect for the retake. You can't do much with the UMP at the range of Long. His teammates, however, do look a little more promising. Coming in from short, 3 of them. Flash to indicate there is at least presence there. There's another one on gold, and he might want to throw that out on the contact once they pull them out. I say that. Mantu's hitting everything.
He really is.
Oh, wow. 3 kills. The second was really the final nail in the coffin, because Flusher, as we said, can't really do much. He's hoping perhaps to save a rifle of sorts. He's not even going to be allowed that. Alexi hunts him down.
How many rounds like that happen in Mirage towards the end of it? They'd get an opening kill. It looked like they have some sort of an advantage, and just ran over from the final commitment from OG. They're looking very good to take this 3rd map. The money's broken again for Fnatic. No one's really stepping up. We're around 12. Not one player on the Fnatic side has got close to double digits yet, but we'll see whether they can do anything with this round. They've got a smoke, maybe a stack towards Long. So they'll smoke middle, just to shroud the fact they've sent 5 players over towards A. And ideally they would nade over. They sit on the corner, 1 flash will come over if it's a long take. They will then flash and try and swing on the aggressive players, but it's not going to work out. There's only one there, it's MBK, and he's playing very passively. Just to counter this setup.
They're going to get minced here. That flash is going to come out pretty soon, probably when the smoke clears, actually.
They could reverse it and flash the site if they feel like it's an A attack. Yeah, which it will be. They still have the flash. JW can deliver that now. Watch out for it. Has to throw it now.
Yeah, now would be the perfect time. And now it goes high into the sky. Turning away, nicely avoided by Alexi, so he should collect, and he does. Is Issa alongside him? And a clean mop-up of the CT stack. No issues there, and some pistol shopping for OG.
Now, this game right here doesn't feel as close as what the scoreline currently says. It feels like Fnatic are getting absolutely destroyed right now, and the reason for that is, well, Fnatic won pistol, and then they converted the 2 following after that. From there, it's only been 2 real gun rounds in their favor. Everything has been going in the fashion of OG. Every time they seem to pick up one of those close gun rounds that we were just highlighting, it forces Fnatic down to that partial buy situation, or as a full eco with the flashes we just saw. So Fnatic have been getting dictated to here in this half. They are getting beaten up right now by OG, who want to keep up the pace, but so did Crims. He gets the dink. It wasn't enough, and now 2 other frags fall in the favor of OG. Another number advantage.
4 versus 3, and it's another difficult investment as well. You can see they got a FAMAS and a Flusher. No kits available, just flashes now. As they have one player waiting on the A side. He's got a flashbang, that's JW. He is isolated, he is completely alone. MBK patrols towards B, locking those 2 players on the other side of the map. And here comes the catwalk smoke. JW's in trouble here. The Avant-Garde smoke lands as well, gives them a bit of a one-way, takes vision away from the CT side. They might be overthinking this one. They allow MBK just to walk in towards B, see if he can spot one, which he has. Molotov goes in. Trying to keep these 2 on this side of the map, and now just wants to try and keep them there, keep them interested as he runs off.
That works. That's perfect. Now JW, Flash just to try and survive at this point. The pressure, the scrutiny, the flames, they're all coming. So's Valda, but he stands his ground and finds the frag. A double so far for JW. 40 seconds, there's a lot of time left in the round, but there's not a lot of players left for OG. Mantu thrown immediately into a clutch scenario. Brolin does not get caught by the wall bang, and now there's backup.
Well, that was JW and one flashbang, by the way, that saved the day. And nothing you can do here. Fnatic win the round, finally, after losing the first couple of picks as well.
He didn't get it.
He got the M4.
He was trying so hard.
The M4 at the end instead of the Krieg. Fnatic have averaged the highest grenade damage, 49.5 per round on Dust2 during EPL thus far, over 4 maps. 49 damage. Yeah, you're normally, I think on average, it's about 20 to 30. So
that's quite a lot of damage, isn't it?
So that's quite insane. So this up. Krieg in hand, last dying moments here this first half, round 14. Fnatic, as Chad said, won the pistol. This has been an OG half. But last round was all JW. Looking for that short control again. Issa and co. Start patrolling short. It's JW now with the orb. Such a strong performance of the M4 in the previous round. Can he replicate it? Both him himself and Crims on 7 kills. They'll both be waiting towards A. Smoke available. Very slow approach from OG now. They've got the short control. They confirm no one's there, but they want to go for a B split potentially here. Sending Nathan back towards the upper B tunnels, just to show that one contact smoke that comes out towards the tunnels. It's enough to keep them there because we've seen this before, this explosion towards B. You're second guessing it. Could there be 4 players behind it? Could there be 0? You have no idea. That's the beauty of it.
They brought Valda over. It feels like they want to change their tack here. They've come out mid to B. There's 40 seconds left. They are committed to this. And, well, the contact play, it's not going to work. JW gets the first. Yeah,
but now into B, and that smoke from Golden could give him something to play around. Checking the corners. Bomb dropped. A double from Brolin would be everything, but instead, 2 frags fill the feed, but it favors OG. 20 seconds, bomb's going to be thrown across for extra safety. Flusher will not be hitting any of those speculative shots. And now OG poised for an 8th. Very hard to retake, especially with no utility. My God, this is going to come down to some individual brilliance. Should Fnatic have a voice in this round?
Well, let's see whether it's worth it for them. Flashbang goes over from the T side here, and they're going to double stack towards the back right. I like this, actually. You wouldn't see this coming. MBK will just stay hidden. And Fnatic think better of it. They're actually going to fall back and concede the round. Knowing it's unlikely they do this one, sure, there's a 2-on-3, sounds possible, but notoriously one of the most difficult bomb sites to retake in all of CSGO. So OG will give it up. MBK, we talked to him earlier, he can actually sit in the corner there in that position, but he'll just join his teammates and get out of there. Sure he survives, and we will have round 8 on the board for OG. Fnatic do have some resources, but not a lot of them. They've got the AWP for Flusher, he can drop 1 M4, Crims can drop a FAMAS. So the AWP's already been dropped over to JW. Flusher goes to the FAMAS himself, opting for the utility.
What a half this has been from OG, really.
Right.
When we look at the rounds that they're winning, right? So you think about the pistol round situation for Fnatic, they win that, right? They convert against that force buy. We were talking about how the Kriegs come out as soon as the bomb goes down. And then the third was an eco. So that's the first 3.
That's the first frag.
Yeah.
Very quick and a bit of a sentence stopper, but I think the point you were making was just how good of a half this has been for OG.
The gun rounds, right? When they've been winning these gun rounds, it's just been forcing Fnatic down into those pistol situations. They're playing another round with it now. It's the last round of the half. This is one of the worst situations you want to find yourself in. Now, that was quickly rectified by the fact JW got the opening kill onto Alexi B through the door with the AWP. So now we're caught on up. With a minute 25 left on the clock, there's going to be some big decision-making to make right now because Alexi, he can't actually be a key component on the map.
His jump throw smoke failed, I think. He was trying to do the dribble smoke, I can imagine. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's achieved its set purpose. Flashes onto Crims, but he's still on that one and done position. Can drop off, fall back, CT, play ramp. Golden is specifically searching for any ratty plays in the smoke. And well, Brolin has used the smoke to great success. Fnatic, 2 kills to their advantage. Crims has been caught on the A site though. How wide open is it? Golden, he's trying to solve this problem, but he's been caught by NBK as well. OG, not Mr. Borg, are going to be poised now for another T round. They've overcome the advantages that Fnatic managed to find, and now they extend their own.
How many retakes are there going to be here? It's NBK just dominating on the A side here, looking for his second kill. Already confirmed that, just one remaining at this point. JW throws caution to the wind, makes his way out towards long. It's 9-6 at half. OG might have done enough here to find their first series victory in stage 2 of EPL. Will they be able to cross the line though? You're gonna have to find out after this break.
Never let you double cross them. Moving through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one. Stop saying you're a boss when you not one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hear none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. And you know the flow, got him coming back. Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aye.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you wanted, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
bringing summer to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know, we'll take it round and round. Yo, hold up, let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got it.
Oh, the mystery that is OG. They've pushed all of the big names in Counter-Strike over the course of these last 2 weeks. NBK still can't believe it. A tweet just between maps saying, I don't quite understand how many intense 3-map games we have to play. Well, they've managed to get themselves into this one. And at the second half, with a 9-round advantage to the 6 of Fnatic, there is certainly a world, Henry, where this is OG's.
There is certainly a realm out there where OG will find their first victory in Stage 2 of EPL Season 11.
GG Bet agrees.
GG Bet seem to agree. You're absolutely dead on there. And we'll see Fnatic still purchasing after the freeze time, so it won't be rushing necessarily. We're going to see JW challenge towards long. Only got the Glock. Ambitious at best as they take 2 grenades, and he'll be lucky to survive that one as his teammates make their way towards B, and the bomb goes down already. This is looking messy.
Very positive for OG, though. They're not going to be complaining. Golden's lost half his health. Does scoop up the bomb, but the bloodshed continues. Valda just tapping into the smoke, collecting heads. He's got himself a double kill. He's more than enough of a contribution from him, but he continues to pepper. And Crims, well, he's going to be backing away.
Well, we saw what he did on Mirage. He's going to need to do something
One
similar.
better.
Yeah, it'd have to be even better, wouldn't it? Because this round right here, now that he's locked on out, they didn't get any territory. He doesn't have any room to wiggle right now. You can see the push up middle, and there it is. MBK is going to take him down. OG are converting me.
Yeah, you don't hate them anymore?
Yeah, I'm gonna close down the hate club. You know, I'll shut down the website tonight when we get back. The Facebook page will get turned off as well. All my alt accounts on Reddit will have to be deleted, I guess. But honestly, the thing is with this team, they've had to prove themselves, right? You don't just come on in and get respect because of name value. What is this, like school? What are we talking about, guys? You need results. And this right here would be a massive result. I was impressed with the way that Fnatic played yesterday to stall out Astralis. I thought that was fantastic. Now the fact that OG are doing to stall out the chaotic play style here of Fnatic that Astralis, previous best team in the world, couldn't do, that is huge.
And FaZe.
And FaZe, yeah. This is some great stuff right now from OG. And the individuals are delivering across the board. I have to tip my hat to Mantu. He's playing right now some of the highest tier Counter-Strike he's ever been involved in, and he is looking great.
MBK as well. He's been stellar this season.
You see his ADR then, by the way? Can we go back to MBK? Was that 150? No, okay, 120 ADR. Still quite a solid hit haul for a first half.
Someone not considered a star player really ever in their career, and still probably at the tail end of it, and still providing strong performances in massive games here in long series as well. 5 on 3. This is the 4th buy from Fnatic, bear in mind, and so far really haven't got anything to show for it. We will see the smokes down towards 8. Flashes as well, but Alexi B's position baited in by Mantu. It should be enough for at least a couple of kills here, if not the round itself.
Yeah, should be business as usual. And a nice defensive flash actually catches Brodon as he drops down. What a nasty way to go. JW, this could be an also rather nasty fate. He's met by a USP straight on the exit. 11 then to OG. So they picked up the pistol to start off this half. They've converted that. And Flusher, they've only got 24... Flusher, excuse me, Fnatic are only rocking 2,400 into this one. It's looking like 12.
Yeah, look at this. This is the force by nature of Counter-Strike, right? This is why people like Henry and I and Astralis of the world, teams who play or a preferential or fundamental Counter-Strike, because it's meant to net you percentage rounds, right? If you play percentage Counter-Strike, you tend to win the percentage rounds. But the thing is, you're also banking on when you do get to those gun rounds, you have all your ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Fnatic, they make sure that they don't need all the buys all the time. But today, it's not working. Today, they're not having those rounds. They're not winning with Glocks. They're not winning with the JW knives. It's not coming through right here. And this is when you need your individuals like your Brolins and your Crims. They're like the second wave, right? When my aggressive players aren't working, I send in my big fraggers and they get the job done. Well, look, Crims has had some big moments, but it's just not been enough so far. And from range, even the MP9s will milk them on down. This is flawless stuff. They're keeping so many individuals alive here. No bomb plants.
True, yes, God, yeah. That's why the T economy doesn't look so ridiculous 3 rounds in than it can do.
Yeah.
And, I mean, for the bonus, Reed, I'm seeing no extra investment. So straight up, they're going for the full bonus, Hank.
It's one kill in 3 rounds right there for Fnatic. They didn't keep
those
those rounds.
didn't do anything for them.
They didn't keep them close at all.
Well, they've got a massive bonus round then. If they win this, I would say that's probably the game, especially if no plan comes through. It's 12-6 right now. OG have played some fantastic Counter-Strike over the last 2 maps. Mirage, that second half was beautiful. We didn't think they had it in them. Their T-sides have been underwhelming. They've had issues with multiple personalities. Their in-game leaders overcalling each other. We saw it on Dust2 the other day, but now, learning their lessons, their T-sides look solid. Their CT setups are innovative. They're reading Fnatic well. And this sort of round is expected. You remember, they're in a bonus scenario right now. You're going to have to take some risks, some stacks somewhere. They've actually chosen towards B. Might not work out for them, but Mantu is towards the car of the orb. And he has been delivering on all fronts here. 18-6 so far. It's a difficult spot to play, but that's the Orb's responsibility. Hold the car. You're going to get flashed off. You're going to be mollied, smoked. And it's up to you to avoid those, find kills, duck and weave. And that's what will make you a top sniper.
If they go mid to B here, Alexi B is licking his lips. This is looking perfect. They're even starting to posture that way.
They are. They could drop down spawn as well and go for this. Wants to play, 40 seconds remaining. It is going to be middle by the looks of things.
Alexi has a molly and a HE. Issa has a molly as well to deny window access. And 2 spots 1. It hasn't drawn the rotation.
Golden can join his team. I like that from him. Can at least contribute very quickly. Mantu does manage to catch Golden, so no late flank. Issa, however, 1 for 1. Rolling into the site, does catch the descending NBK, and with the MP9, it's not enough. Alexi did his best, but low on Brawler, not converting it. Does mean the triple kill comes in.
They should go for this, though. They should give this a good crack, because the money on Fnatic is not fantastic. They've got them locked in. The flank coming in from Dark right now in Volda. There's a kit in the hands of Mantu. As I say that and start to get excited, they will backpedal. I think better of this situation. He's going to pick up that AWP and carry it through to the next. Now, just to note, Issa's Molotov right there, it maybe looked like it would have done enough, but now in the restructured Dust2, you can throw it too far and it will land on the scaffolding just outside, and the Ts can find a gap, or CTs, depending if it's a retake scenario, to come on through. So what you will see these days is a lot of teams dropping that Molotov so it lands basically in the window position itself. That's one way of really denying it, because not only do they have to start running through the flames from their side, they're coming into your site still through the flames.
That's what I noticed as well. If anything, he was inviting them in with a deeper incendiary, right? Because they're going to have to swing through, because otherwise they'll be taking damage. So they can actually get through the window, have a position where they can still fire. So Brawler missing a few shots. So have a look here. So the flames aren't touching it. They're behind him, right? So if the Molotov, or the incendiary in this case, was actually thrown at the window, Chad's dead on. I feel like they win this round because there'll be no access, and they were blocking each other at the window and trying to get through those flames. And all it took was just a little bit more calculated incendiary. That could have been the difference maker.
Triple orbs?
Triple orbs.
What a risk this is on the first real gun round, the first proper gun round, not the bonus round, and the triple orbs come out.
Well, they are doing some damage. Golden swallows the grenade at the very start. You're right in noticing it's not traditional, but maybe they've got something up their sleeve here. Issa, he has been the secondary AWP on Dust2 and the last few showings for it, but MBK has been hitting some ridiculous shots today. Maybe he's just really feeling it and fancies mixing things up, perhaps.
It really just limits a lot of their setups here. Mantu, once he falls off that perch, he will have to drop into CT, which means if it is any contact through middle, the A-bomb side, they'll almost be giving that up. We can see...
I am a little surprised that we have got 3 AWPs and not a single CT AWPing long. Often known as the very best place to be utilizing your AWP, and yet with 3 of them in the server, a heavy short stack for the CTs.
If they win this, I have to ask if it's intentional in that post-game interview, because I'm struggling to find a reason for it to be. Exactly for your reason there, Alex. You would think if you were going to have triple AWPs, you'd want to be going for frags. You'd want to be searching for these picks.
You don't want to be executed on with 3 AWPs. Look at the smoke wall.
What is going on here?
I've not seen that before. Molotov does force Alexi off the car. He's anticipating someone trying to nutmeg in the smoke, and there's more than just someone. There's 3. Golden exposed. Alexi, they're close. The flash again. These contact flashes are so effective from OG, and they have got an advantage once again.
Can they hold on to it, though? This kill might decide it. Lovely work from Bowder. Looking to finish things off here. Flusher will be isolated towards shore. 20 seconds remaining, trying to encroach on the position of Bowder here. Great shot. He might have done enough.
Where's the
of
bomb?
Course.
It's in the middle of nowhere. Issa's got the AWP from B. He's arriving up on short. The plant is his chance, and that incendiary could cause enough of a problem for Flusher. He's going to burn to plant it. 35 HP as he exits, and a perfect win for Issa. OG, they convert the triple AWP buy.
It was a big round and a big risk, and it's down to the incendiary that wins it for him. I thought Flusher was going to be out of that one with like 1 HP after the 2 shots he hits. This one bang Issa. It doesn't happen, but they get the bomb down, and they've actually got themselves, in terms of loss bonus, 2,400, and with the bomb plant coming in, they've actually got a pretty healthy buy, generally speaking. So scoreline not looking great, but Fnatic can still pull this one back. They might want to take a tactical timeout at this point, as we'll see ourselves come 13-7. Teams OG have defeated on Dust2 recently. Vitality 16-12. That was a great one. MBK taking down his former teammates. G2, more French scalps on the chopping block. And then Evil Geniuses 19-17, winning in overtime there. So it is a bit of a home map for them. It makes sense when this team was in their fledgling form. They had to obviously play the looser maps and try and take advantage of the pure firepower they have.
So AWP spotted in middle, flashed off, and it's a second now in play for Mantu, who's going to be aggressing up on short. This is a risky fight to be going for. A CT smoke means he can just linger.
This one here is the round. Last was costly, it was expensive, they walked away with it, but if they pull this one off, they can establish their CT-sided economy. Fnatic are, well, truly in the bin. This push right here, it's a big frag, they find 2.
Just like that, lead stolen by OG. Confirming the short is clear. Flusher wants to try and regain that control. Brolin, in the meantime, did open up middle. And a perfect flash again, but Brolin, he doesn't care. He will be the hero Fnatic need in times of strife. Again, he steps up to the plate, a multi-kill. Just when it looked like OG had taken the reins of an influential round.
Bombs on B, Flusher's searching A, Brolin's covering spawn. How are OG meant to know what's going on? Because I don't think Fnatic do.
I think you might be right. Well, 2 massive kills from Brolan gets them out of this precarious situation. You can see Flasher considering the knife there, but just gets the clean kill instead. And it is going to be an eco now for OG. Their money is absolutely ruined after buying 3 AWPs and that first big gun round. They're currently 4-1 up, but that's going to be changed to 4-2 momentarily. Fnatic back on their feet, lots of money behind them. As 3 players survive, and JW will bring the AWP into the next round as well. B bomb site seems to be an issue for both of these teams.
Yeah, we're about to jump into Skybox here when we get into the freeze time, I suppose. And I want to show you how Alexi B made that hero play towards Car for them to win in round 20. That might be an integral round, considering how this one all plays out as we move forward here. And I just want to show you. So you can see Fnatic, they throw their crossover smokes. It misses. It's dropped here. It's flubbed in the middle of the ground. Now, Alexi uses that. He dumps his own smoke to create a bridge for him to cross over to the car position they've already cleared. Now it means they have to dedicate more resources to getting rid of him, and Golden's had to take a risk into their own smoke because of how much they're having to dump here. His play and pushing forward to this car is only a call that an in-game leader would make.
It's a big, big play. And now a big performance required here, and not the full investment, but as good as. You can see it's down at $250. They're really hoping Mantu can deliver and close this game out for them. If they pull this round back, it could be enough. Desert Eagles, AWP, it's going to take something a little bit innovative. They're going to boost in the box inside here, long doors. I like this, but Crims is ready for it.
How's he so aware?
I have no idea. He was ready and waiting for that one, but Mantu, that's a very big win. That might just channel them into NBK. They know he was there, he boosted his teammates, it's gonna get swung on, but already finding the headshots! Oh. Plural! He's gone for all 3! NBK locks down long.
This is enough. Brolan is so far away, and they can hear him as well. The incendiary comes down, it does a bit of damage. Every tick will help them out, but it's not guaranteed until NBK closes things out.
Huge.
I told you, he's been performing out of his mind recently. They go for the creative boost there. Crims reads it. They know there's a second player there, but that's the Desert Eagle. Chad, can you do that with an R8? Let me know.
Probably not. Maybe if I was using the, what is it? The left click?
And worth noting, by the way,
right click.
worth noting that second kill, it was a one-shot body shot. He messed up, he flubbed the complete headshot. But because of the Alexi B half damage he managed to inflict, it was very impressive stuff in the end.
Just to note, people are questioning, oh, why did they quickly just run long? They knew there was another player there. The reason is because Mantu's AWP was just identified in top dark. They wanted to take the territory away from him before he could rotate back. And the furthest position from him was going through long. They thought they could do with that pistol, but NBK, he had other ideas. And now 14 on the board. Money broken for Fnatic. They forced on in. This is do or die right now.
Yeah, it all rests on this round, and already Golden going to be functioning with less than half health. Corner of the short position did meet the Mantu AWP shot. Silence falls upon Dust2. Fnatic well aware of what's at stake here. You made it clear, top 3 is what you need in stage 2, and being the only team with a smudge on your record next to OG's logo would be a heavy blow to the Fnatic chances. That's one. Alexi B's already drawn blood. NBK's about to be under a lot of scrutiny.
The nade's good.
But he's already, one's already slit the net, and now he's burning. He can't find a safe haven. He smoked himself off. The suppressing fire from Crims. He's got so many players to worry about, and he is going to eventually catch the nade. Fnatic are making the B site work.
OG have to save. They have to save. There's no point going for this round right here. Don't give up the weapons you have. The economy is so tight at this point that if you give away anything here on a whim, if you get a little bit lazy, if you think you can beat them here, Fnatic, they'll claw this one back. We've seen it time and time again in Pro League. It's Counter-Strike right now. The economy, it favors the T's.
The B bomb site does as well, apparently.
Apparently.
It's insane. No one can hold it off. We've been talking about this about 6 months at this stage. Like B splits, and like if you get towards the B side itself in the mid-round, it's so difficult to fend off.
I had some suggestions, Henry. During the last season of Pro League, I made a nice little, well, I pulled some content out of the air because we had like a 2-hour break to fill because of these hard start times. And I spoke about Dust2 and all the problems with the map because it is a map with a lot of problems. The fact that you can die within the first few seconds of the round crossing mid doors, the CTs really have no way to punish that position. It's a very difficult map. Look, right here, I don't know what OG's answer can be. They have to take the save right now.
What if there was just a tunnel in CT spawn that let you kind of cross with a slower path to B?
Someone suggested that as well. I would like it if we just had the doors overlap.
Swapped, yeah.
Yeah, you could still have it so that you can peek into middle, but just overlap it so you can't be seen as you cross mid.
That's honestly the perfect fix. It would make so many good adjustments to the map.
I saw a really cool suggestion that the doors just open 5 seconds after the start of the round.
And BK though.
Yeah, his Deagle, I mean, it was very effective last time. Issus perhaps can still do some damage as he does just crouch on into the crosshairs of Golden. Again, B site being exploited by Fnatic. They don't want to bow out of this one. Flushes spray connecting again onto Valda and Molotov as well, just to push him further back. Mantu, okay, JW.
He's found another one.
He's found his 6th knife frag of the series. There it goes.
At this point,
keep him coming.
Just do whatever you want, mate.
Just keep him coming.
Do you know how to spell overtime, Henry?
OTOT.
It's spelled EPL.
We have had a crazy
I don't know. I actually would have to go back and reflect on it. But the games where teams have been able to mount comebacks, it feels like we've had a lot of them, right? And we hear the teams. We even had it from MBK's mouth in the pre-game interview, talking about how strong the T-sided economy is. If you give up too many opportunities, you can see what cycle you get caught in. OG are in that cycle right now. This is the exact same situation that Fnatic found themselves in the first half. Even when they were able to win a round, they didn't have enough numbers to stay alive. And then once they lose the following, they were instantly reset.
Straight out long. Do win the duel onto MBK, just the pistols, so should very well be a confirmed 11th. They've got complete control of the B tons, which is unfamiliar territory for them so early into the round, but it does mean they'll be able to at least put their play. Oh no, Mantu, you can't afford to flub your shots like that when there was so much at stake. Valda's pushed through the Molotov, and Flush is just going to line them up as they challenge. Clean, precise, and 11th for Fnatic.
Very clean. Not really much to report in this round. Just up to man 2 now to see if he can try and steal a weapon away. That's about as exciting as it gets, I'm afraid, for them. As OG still looking to post series points. It's going to take one hell of a performance. Fnatic, one of the most tenacious teams in all of CSGO. Going to take this one the full distance. Man 2. Nice shot. Don't think he'll survive, though.
Crunch time again. It just feels like every time OG step up to a buy round, you know that if they don't win this round, it's going to be 2 more before we see them have another shot. So every time you see the guns come out for OG, know that if they're not able to convert this, you're likely to see them on the pistols in the following. This is a very important round. They're only going to get maybe 3 more of these if Fnatic continue this pace.
3 more chances. 2 rounds required. Brolin has found a new lease of life on our 3rd map. Resuscitated, and Alexi B might need the kit next because he's down to just 1 HP. Woo.
And he was the solo B defender. If he went down, there would have been nobody on the site. The rotation's only now just come across. The fact that he's on 1 HP, he physically cannot do anything.
He's just got to be a nade bot, right? Just to throw all of them and
he
utilize
is
them as
so
best
brave.
as he can. He's such a smart cookie. He could have got caught by any number of the Ts lingering in middle. With 1 HP, he flashes himself across to assist from CT.
I know. All right. Mantu, AWP, 21 kills to his name. He has looked spectacular here. MBK with 19. That's the big fraggers right now for OG.
Oh, is this going to be enough, though? Mantu not mollied off, using the tightest of angles, though. We'll see whether this is going to be where they can find series points. Execution coming through. 3 incendiaries available. Smokes is successful, though. Mantu will have to fire off a shot and drop down.
He's in
Brolin's
trouble.
chasing him, but the flash was just enough to get him around the corner. He can post up. Alexi's going to be looking for him. Brolin does do damage. Issa caught in transition, doesn't go down though. Valda's caught Crims, and now the CT frags are coming in. OG, it's not locked in. Well, not by any stretch, but Mantu's the one to turn the key. 15 for OG.
They mix up the sites there. Issa and MBK were over on A. They found impact on that site. Alexi on 1 HP, obviously struggling on back through. He was a non-factor, right?
True.
Basically in that whole round, but it was probably his call to do the 4-man lean. So the note is from the 2B defenders, out of place, holding that A site right here. There's no way Fnatic were ready for that. And they have the buy again.
You see that stat as well. Yes, we listed some of the victories OG have had. It was, you know, Vitalities of the world, G2, but yet to find a win versus a top 5 team. That's an achievement that's not often put in the cabinet of a team that's only been together for 2 months. But that is certainly the case. And by the 2 months, I should highlight, I'm talking about games played equivalent. That's about 50 officials we've seen around from OG now. Of course, we saw them form the late stages of 2019.
Look at this play. I cannot tell you how huge this play is.
Well, Crims is always one step ahead, Chad.
But Alexi's not pushing. He knows what they're doing. He's doing the Na'Vi. This is him taking a liberty as the in-game leader,
Right,
knowing the
I
call.
understand what
He's
you
just
mean. So
boxing them in.
They've committed to a Na'Vi-esque approach, and he makes sure they can't do anything about this, as they've got 4 players towards long, and Crims comes out. He's actually got them bamboozled here. There is one player on the other side of the map, that's Brolan, but they are running out of time here. All they can really do is do the double smoke, a crossover, and over the best. Remember, they can't leave, as Alexi B has locked them in.
They're in so much trouble here, Fnatic, and they have no idea about it.
Oh, Alexi's timing though. And
what's he done
Crims
that
wins
for?
the waiting game. Now what happens? Now that Crims has got that frag, you can see OG, the seeds of doubt being sown, as are the smokes.
There were no other presented objectives there on towards the Dust2 landscape. I'm not sure why he pushed into the doors there.
Or why Mantu's been caught just over the edge of the smoke gives them the 2-man advantage.
Although there's quite the gap.
They can't cross. 30 seconds. They're going to have to do whatever they can. A nice Molotov, perhaps some nades, some spray. Issa needs more than one. Golden into the site. Valda can't do anything. NBK does catch Flusher through the smoke. Crims is in a little bit of jeopardy as well. They run out of bullets. Golden runs out of health. A CT nade onto his face, puts him down to 3, but NBK, he can't do too much. And he's trying to pluck Brolan from all the other edge of the map. Doesn't convert.
That was a world
Another
there.
for
MBK
Fnatic.
lands, gets that kill, gets a 1v1 where he's playing right now. It's going to be another tactical timeout. You heard what I said happens if they lose those gun rounds, Alex.
Yep, pistolas.
So don't expect a buy right now. Fnatic will get 13 on the board. There should be no doubt about that. Need a moment to breathe here because
I mean, we've seen OG here before. This is the closest, admittedly. You know, often it's the 13 and the 14s of the world where they meet that wall. But another top 5 team in their scopes, in their sights, and they have the chance to throw the knockout blow in the same way they had the chance against Na'Vi in the 2nd map, in the same way they had a chance against Na'Vi in the 3rd map, in the same way they had a chance early on in their tournament wins. Of course, we saw them pick up 3 wins in Group C, and against big names as well, the likes of G2 Esports falling by the wayside to OG, but this is the biggest scalp they could potentially take, and they're 1 round away from doing it. This will not be that round.
No,
it's a
it will
full eco.
And they're on the wrong side of the map, unfortunately. They are just going in towards B. Their stats are long. Call it done.
couldn't go more wrong, really, could it?
Not really.
I mean, unless perhaps
They all TK each other
they
and
shoot each other, yeah.
yeah. That would be worse. That would be actually much worse. JW is going to receive. Let's see if he can pad his stats here. We'll get the first with the AWP. He's getting chased down. There's not too many worries based on the distance, and he's actually going to make it to safety. Wanted to... Ooh, okay, maybe not so safe.
This doesn't feel safe, actually. Fortunately, the backup has arrived. Issa from Tunnels, though, did manage to just dink out Golden.
Well, that's going to be the round confirmed, the one we knew it would be. OG surely can't allow us to go to overtime. 2 rounds to deny. Money's still not amazing for themselves. Loss bonus will currently be at the 3rd stage, $2,400. Be $2,900 going into the next round, Chad. So if they lose this, they'll still be an eco for the last round.
Yeah, which is not good enough for a CT side to buy at all. So right here, if I'm going to be honest, is do or die for OG. This is it. This is their chance to win the game in regulation. If they squander this, they're going to have to do it with pistols. Flashing through mid, we saw Issa do this. It's the Cold Zero move. He makes it work. It's a big opening.
It's a huge start, but OG have had these squandered in the past. It comes down to just that extra wobble, the shadow of doubt in your mind when you realize what's at stake. Can't afford to let it invade now. 4 frags away from their first win against a top 5 team. And another one. Issa Man possessed in such a crucial round of play. An advantage OG cannot afford to bend the knee to the 3 remaining Fnatic members.
This could be it. They've given up 5-on-3s before, though. Alexi B, one of the culprits of overextending. He holds towards CT spawn. It's going to be the B split here. All 3 players focusing towards middle. Alexi's in trouble if they commit to the peak here. Brolan has. Bomb goes down. Alexi, though, trying to stay alive. He can be spammed here. He needs backup, and there it comes. They've done it. OG will find their first series victory here in stage 2 of the tournament and taking down a colossal team at the same time. Fnatic